What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sade, and if you're watching this on Wednesday, January 6th, it happens to be my birthday. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Today we are going to talk about the Priority Planner, the Start Today Priority Planner by Rachel Hollis. I purchased this last year, and you guys have been asking me over on that video that I did on this video. Over on the video that I did on this planner, you guys have been asking me if I've been liking it, have I still been using it, and all the things. So that's what I'm going to talk about in today's video, my review on this, as well as now that I've had some time with it, as well as what I am going to be doing for planning this year, which I kind of already started. If that's what you want to see, just keep watching. The Priority Planner. I mean, you guys, last year was a crazy year. That's the big elephant in the room. So if you stuck to your planner all year, let me know what planner, first of all, you used, because last year was crazy. So that played a factor in not completing the entire planner last year versus me not liking it. Like, I feel like I would have stuck with this every single day had it not been 2020, where a lot of things just got canceled and I just simply did not know what to put in here. Also, very weird. I'm not even sure if I even want to say this or even touch on it because it's really none of my business, but you know, they put it out there that Rachel and Dave are getting a divorce, and just as an admirer of them and their family, I was crushed by it. So not mad at them at all. Like, some people are just rude and mean and nasty and have nothing good to say, and they were really giving, I didn't see too much hate with Dave, but with Rachel, like, oh my god, like the comments were a little crazy. And I mean, I feel really bad for them, but it was also hard because I'm just like, I love Rachel. I think people just naturally gravitate to her, but they were a unit. They were package deal. I love the Start Today morning show. I watch it every morning at 8 a.m. and on their live on their Instagram, and it was just really sad. So I kind of stepped away from the whole Hollis brand and them in general. Like, I unfollowed. Like, I just kind of needed some space to process and to kind of stay away from the negativity and the drama. I hate to say that affected this, but it kind of did. I'm just being honest. I do follow them again now, and I did start using my planner again because, you know, Rachel is the reason why I follow her. Rachel is the reason why, duh, but I meant to say her routines is why I follow Rachel, because she's so consistent with her morning routine and her rituals and things like that, and that's what keeps her balanced and focused and grounded and a good businesswoman, a wife, and a mom, and all the things, right? So when her planner came out, I was, of course, very excited about it. I ordered it off Target. I even paid the extra $10 to have it shipped that day, that, you know, within 2 hours. So I was really excited about this, and I still am. Like, this is a beautiful planner. She did an amazing job. It's simple. Like, it's just to the point. It is like your life coach. Is kind of like what I explained in the first video that I did on this. It really guides you through, and it's dedicated for 3 months that you really focus on one particular goal, and maybe it's a goal for a whole year or a 5-year goal, but at least for the first 3 months that you're really focused on it. And there are questions every month that you can answer that pretty much like prompts, just to prompt you to ask yourself those questions on whether or not you're getting closer or further away from what your intention is in achieving that goal. So I really love it for that. But because of the year that we had, I pretty much just stuck to the, you know, the entire month was kind of like, okay, vacations canceled, that's canceled. Just pretty much reminding me of like birthdays and things like that. But I stuck with the daily planner pages, and something that I did to make it fun is that I would do these color blocks, and I would just highlight, my work schedule, and highlight when I was going to clean, and highlight when I was going to do some self-care, and I would just have these blocks of certain categories or certain colors or whatever. And I just started doing that like, mid late summer, because I just felt like I needed to do something to just bring normalcy and just reground me and just give me something, not just something to do, because it's like I didn't want to lose sight of everything, even if it was just me maintaining my health and my wellness, and maybe I'm not getting fully dressed and putting on makeup every day, but maintaining things of the home, like just something to keep me consistent with that. And I was really thankful that I had this priority planner, because I really love the daily section and just having that checklist of the 5 to thrive, sticking with trying. It was hard to wake up early, I'm not gonna lie, but waking up and doing 30 minutes of movement, drinking my water, practicing gratitude, like those are all the things that, like, no matter what's going on in the world or in your life personally, like if you can stick to those things, you can try to keep some type of momentum just going in your life and not feel like you're being stagnant. Like, by no means am I pressuring anyone. Like, last year was just crazy. Take a break, step away from planning and all the things. Like, of course, don't be a crazy person, but as the months went on, it was like I have to get myself out of this funk. Um, so I started using the planner again. And one thing I really like about this planner is that if you're going to invest in this, and by investment, I don't mean that it was expensive, I just mean that it's something that you can purchase that's going to reward you or give you a return and help you stay organized and things like that. Like, you're buying it for a reason, it's going to help you out. So if you invest in this planner, I think it's a great idea, because there are no dates. And I love that, because you can use it whenever and however you want. So I have some blank daily pages that, although I have used the 3 month, there's only 3 months that have, there's only 3 calendars, because you're only supposed to use this for 3 months. But I used up the calendar pages, so I do still have some daily priority pages that I can go back and still use whenever I want, because you just write in the date. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say that this is a good planner. It was just a hard year, all things considering, but I really like that it brought me back to life, pretty much. It got me out of my funk during the quarantine and all of that. So I do still recommend this planner. I did not repurchase it for this year because things are still a little I did end up getting busier. Yeah, last year and going into this year is probably my busiest year ever. So I pretty much want to just stick to writing things down and keeping a monthly spread. So not doing anything overcomplicated this year. I simply just have this little guy, this little day designer. I even went with the smaller version versus, something big like this. So if I need to carry it in my tote bag or my book bag, I can have it with me. But it's pretty simple. It's the entire month. I got this in the middle of summer, so it's a July to June, so it'll be done in June of this year, in 2021. So it's a full month, so I can see a full month. There's lines, so I can still write in certain events, a little notes and to-do list for the month. And then when you get into the day, I just like that it has lines and then it has a to-do list right next to it. So kind of the same concept that I was doing in the priority planner is using this as like my new daily page, where I have a schedule, but instead of the nice blocks that I could do with the highlighters, I just write it, like from this time to this time I'm doing this, and then I have like my schedule for the day, and then that schedule reflects my to-do list. So I usually write 3 things, but on Mondays I fill up like the whole list, because I just kind of want to get it out of my head. What are the things that I want to get done this week? And then typically Monday has been like the day that I film. So I will use my highlighters for that. Just wasn't like, this is all brand new, y'all. Just getting started. If you saw my 5 habits video, I was talking about like planning more content for YouTube and things like that. And I don't really know how to organize or how I'm going to manage it. I'm just going to start week by week, and what I feel like works I'll stick to, and what doesn't, I'm just kind of in a experimental phase, if you will. So what I have started to do though is when I think of the idea of what I want to film, I write film, and then I'll write next to it what I'm filming, but then I'll highlight the word film in pink. And so what I started last week and into this week is that all the days that I film, I highlight it in pink so I can see it right away, and I know that that's what I'm doing. And then on the days that I edit, I highlight that in orange so I can see it right away and know what I'm doing. So I've been keeping it really simple every day. What's my schedule? Write it out, and then or sometimes I need to do my to-do list and then make my schedule, so then I know, like, or because it kind of works hand in hand. So there's no one way to do it, guys. I don't think there's ever going to be like a perfect planner. There's no one size fits all. I wrote down in my notes for today's video is to ask you all, is it the planner or is it you? Like, sometimes we just need to stay consistent with something and just stick it out. I think that's a problem. Some of us, not so much of a problem, but it's a habit and a skill that we need to consistently work on and master it. And that is sticking to something and finishing it. I understand if something isn't working for you, by all means, move on, pivot, do what you gotta do. I write my daily schedule, I write a few things I need to do, and I check them off and I move on. Like, it doesn't have to be this huge project, which I think we try to turn our planners into, these big projects where we're highlighting and we're stickering, and that's all fun. Like, I get it. Like, maybe on a day that you have, a lighter schedule on the weekend, you can doodle and make things fun. But on a daily basis, I think it's, for me personally, keeping it simple was what I needed, and going with something smaller and having just a simple, like, this is what your to-do list is, this is what your schedule is, boom. Now I can go to work. Like, that's the whole point, I think it is. Some of us are planning just to plan, and we don't want to get any work done, but I really want to get some work done this year and accomplish my goals. My little binder's coming out. Okay. I love that this is a spiral. I love spiral everything. I would love to see this in a spiral situation. The book is cute. She's an author, so I get it. But I love all things spiral. Like, this is my other notebook that I use. And then I just bought this new one because I love watching Sam Askaral's channel. And every year around this time, you guys should go check her out. She does like videos on goal setting and things like that, and something that she's been doing for her channel is having a plain notebook and then just using some sticky notes to create sections. So she'll have a section for content ideas from her subscribers, and then ideas for herself, and then I think there's another section for when she's actually planning, like, what you need to say in a video, what you might need for a video, like that kind of thing. So this will be my dedicated notebook for YouTube. Let me slow down, take a sip of water. So this will be my dedicated notebook for YouTube and all things like that, and it will work with my planner here. And they kind of, one has roses, one has lemons, but I really, of course, I want something that's cute and fun to use because that's inspiring. Things that are aesthetically pleasing obviously motivate you, but honestly, you guys, keeping it simple. One last thing I want to mention is the top 3, and I have some things to say about that. Like, everybody's like, what's your top 3? They want a planner that has your top 3 of the week, and lately, like this week and last week, I don't think I put anything. Oh, I did put, okay, so last week I put my step goal. So putting my workout as my top 3, anything that is supposed to just be on my schedule, that doesn't go into my top 3 because that's just my schedule. So uploading 2 videos a week, that's just a non-negotiable, that's happening. My workout, non-negotiable, that's happening. Brush my teeth, wash my hair. Like, that's non-negotiable, that that's happening. So, but what I will do is, so with my workouts, if there's a new program that I'm starting, or if I have a specific goal, like I want this many steps a day, like I really want to hit that target, that I will put in my top 3, so that that's something that I focus on, and that I focus on it. So it's up there, so that every day I'm like, yeah, it's my top 3. I need to make sure I'm doing something each day to make sure that happens by the end of the week. So that's what I would, if you have ever been confused about that, it's something I've been thinking about. If you don't have a top 3, I don't think that's wrong either. Sometimes I don't figure out what my top 3 for the week is until like Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm like, yeah, I should probably make sure I get that done by Friday or Sunday, or maybe something pops up in the middle of the week and you're like, yeah, I have to get that done. So maybe you have just one thing, but don't like rack your brain to figure out like what your 3 things are, because someone said that that was like so important. So if all you're sticking to on a day-to-day is your just regular work schedule and appointments, then just stick to that. Then there isn't really anything that you have to prioritize. So keep that top 3 open until you have something that's like really urgent, something that's maybe infrequent, something that you really want to focus on that week to make sure it gets done. I think that's all I had to say. I wanted to make sure I got through everything and not make this a super, super long video, so I apologize if I rushed a little bit at the end there, but using this planner because it's simple, easy. I almost ditched it and went to get the bigger day designer because it had more sections and cute things, but y'all, schedule, to-do list, done. A couple highlighter colors so that I can highlight certain things that need to get done, or that I can see them easier. A notebook for my content, and that's pretty much it. I'll let you guys know how this all unfolds this year. Of course, I'll give you guys another update. Let me know in the comments if there are any planners that you are trying this year, some of your organizational tips and things that are helpful. Let us all know in the comments what you think. And thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thank you.